Right now, across Korea, we're seeing new factories, hospitals, farms, and other economic hubs springing up at an unprecedented pace. Over the past 2 years, the DPRK has had one of these factory complexes built in 40 counties, attempting to combine regional industry with a standard blueprint to boost rural economies. Set out over a 10-year timescale, this policy will see over 200 total projects completed, one in every city and county in the DPRK. In this final episode of our 3-part series, we'll look at what's to come and break down the future of this ambitious strategy, the 20x10 policy. DPRK Explained is supported entirely by you, both here on YouTube and directly through Patreon. If you want to support the project, subscribe to the channel here and check out the Patreon linked in the description. You can also now buy new DPRK Explained merch, also linked below. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you haven't watched part 1 and 2 of this series, then make sure to check them out for a full explanation of what the 20x10 policy for rural development actually is, and what projects we've seen completed so far. It'll be a big help in understanding this video. By the time you watch this video, it'll be April 2026, 3 months into the 3rd cycle of the 20x10 policy. So far for this year, we've seen a list of new sites confirmed for 2026 and have a rough idea of what we're likely to see built during the next few months, with state media reaffirming that 20x10 projects will include leisure and lifestyle facilities, healthcare facilities, and regional factories producing foodstuffs, household goods, and clothing. So let's break it down. So far this year, we've seen 20 groundbreakings for core projects and 1 for a special additional project. On the 29th of January, we saw a groundbreaking ceremony in Eunyeol County, South Hwanghae Province, marking the start of the 2026 policy cycle. Closely following on the 31st of January was Pyeongwon County, South Pyongan Province, followed on the 3rd of February by Sinuiju City, North Pyongan Province, Gangnam County in the capital city, Pyongyang, and Maesang County in South Pyongan Province. 2 days later, on the 5th, ground was broken in Ragwon County in South Hamgyong Province. And on the 6th of February, ceremonies were held in Songhwa County, South Hwanghae, Musan County in North Hamgyong, the Panmun district of Kaesong, and the Taean district of Nampo City. The following day, construction kicked off in Sinpyeong County, North Hwanghae, and Soncheon County, North Pyongan. On the 8th of February, 4 more projects launched in Pongsan County in North Hwanghae, Sijung County in Chagang, Sinhung County in South Hamgyong, and Tongcheon County in Gangwon. Finally, the 9th of February brought the final 4 groundbreakings in Hwapyeong, Chagang Province, Pyeonggang, Gangwon Province, Myeonggan, North Hamgyong Province, and Samsu in Nyangan Province. With that list of core projects out the way, on the 9th of February, we also saw the launch of another new offshore farm project, not included in the tally of 20, but still very much under the banner of the 20x10 policy. This project was groundbroken in the coastal city of Riwon in South Hamgyong Province. While it's hard to say for sure the future of the project, what is clear is that emphasis is being put nationwide on economic growth, expansion of industry, and the improvement of living standards. Recent healthcare projects like the regional hospitals in Kusong, Kangdong and Myeonggang have been landmark events covered extensively by DPRK state media. Not to mention the opening of the huge Pyongyang General Hospital at the end of 2025. Meanwhile, we've seen a significant push in expanding the lifestyle and cultural side of society in the country. Recent coverage of the new modernised districts in Pyongyang have highlighted their cultural facilities like shopping malls and gaming cafes, with similar such lifestyle projects seemingly being rolled out in some more of the rural counties. A good example is the completion of the Jongpyong Comprehensive Service Centre in South Hamgyong Province as part of the 20x10 project in 2025. In fact, that brings us back to the original core idea of the 20x10 policy. At its heart, the main aim of the policy is to break down the gap between the rural population and the urban population. The entire policy is a broad effort to eliminate so-called backwards regions of the country through these targeted programs of regional-focused industrialization and now the more recent cultural development projects. The last mini-series I made on this channel was to focus on the 9th Congress of the Workers' Party of Korea, one of the most significant events in the DPRK's calendar for 2026. As such, with the recent 20x10 policy rollouts, projects have been tied closely to the policy platform put forward at that summit meeting. Policymakers, local officials, and complex managers on Korean Central Television often highlight the importance not just of building these new factories, but of making sure the resources and logistics are in place so they can operate as intended.
우리 김학운의 일꾼들은 이번에 역사적인 당제 구자대의 높은 연단에서 지방인민들의 오랜 세계적 숙망을 반드시 실현할 결심으로부터 지방공업 공장들을 완전히 새롭게 선적으로 개건하기 위한 지방발전 2승 10정책을 내놓았다고 긍지높이 선언하신 경리하는 총수 동지의 보고의 구절구절을 정말 남다른 격정 속에 받아놨습니다.
이 개국 주장이 소문이 나서 도에서는 물론 중앙에서까지 그 경험과 기술을 배우려고 많은 사람들이 찾아오고 있습니다.
If the 20x10 policy continues as planned, and the goal of 200 cities and counties receiving a development project is reached, then beyond anything else, it can't be denied that this programme will have changed the landscape of the DPRK more than any movement since the days of post-war reconstruction. We've seen what the policy has brought over the first 2 years. What comes next remains to be seen. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to support DPRK Explained, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to make sure you never miss a video. If you want to help more directly, then please take a moment to check out DPRK Explained on Patreon through the link in the description, or by going to patreon.com/DPRK Explained for early access to videos, behind the scenes updates, and to join the team that makes DPRK Explained possible. You can also find the new DPRK Explained merch through the link in the description, with hoodies, t-shirts, posters and stickers available now. So thanks again for watching, and I'll leave you with some compilations of some of the 20x10 projects completed over the last 2 years.